But after 7 episodes, here we are. Episode 7, Anime Therapy Podcast with the boys this time. You'd think I would get the intro down and stop saying as much, but never gonna happen.
No shot.
My brain moves too fast for my mouth.
Zero chance.
Well, welcome to episode 7 of the Anime Therapy Podcast. I'm your host, Just Bailey Alive. With me, we got the boys, we got BrownGod, and we have Matt. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming back on. This is the first threesome we've had on the podcast.
Round 2, baby.
Round 2.
Let's go.
With extra help.
I'm down to expand outside of shonen anime. So.
Well, too bad. We're talking about shonen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just lying.
Shonen episode. That's it.
Yeah. No, they don't call you
typecast.
Yeah, you've been typecast as the shonen man.
Shonen man.
I think
That would be a great hero.
Yeah, shonen man. Yeah, it's almost like there was a Seiya man that was basically the same thing.
Yeah.
The hero of all. Yeah. Quick question. Seiya man first costume or Seiya man second costume?
Probably just first.
Costume.
Yeah.
With the bandana and the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Roshi sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Also, are we not going to talk about the fact that classic plastic Ray-Bans are canon in Dragon Ball and have been since 1980?
Yeah, man. Sometimes, pop culture stuff just finds its way into anime. Yeah. And sometimes it'll be under the direct name, too,
yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah. And sometimes anime will make its way into pop culture. And that bothers me because that was our thing.
Yeah, we steal from you. You don't steal from us.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. You can't take from us, but give us all your shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, how about we do the episode that we always do? I'm kidding. We already know the first anime you guys both watch. How about we talk about something that's in current anime world, which is Chainsaw Man. Now, episode 3 is out as of this recording. By the time this video comes out, episode 4 will be out. I just watched episode 3 today, so I'm prepared.
He did his homework class.
I did.
We're happy.
And 2 out of 3 of us have actually read the manga, but we're just going to talk about the anime that's out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you did homework?
I know, right? I've grown so much since high school. The time that I didn't do any homework ever. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll start us off by saying the intro is very good. I don't think it's like the top 5 intros of all time, personally, but I do think. What?
We're talking about the OP here.
The OP, yes. I think it is very good. Really like the song, but I will say we were listening to just the song the other day, and I think I like all of it together more than just the song itself, personally.
Sure. I mean, this happens a lot when you listen to anime OPs or EPs. Like, I don't know if, Japanese artists design their songs this way, but like the first minute 30 of those songs are like really, really good, and they're like really hype. And then sometimes, like with Kickback, it can just go in a completely different direction after that, and you're like, what is happening here? And so they have like the marketable side, and then they have sometimes the musical side, and sometimes that blends together, which is fine. But
how do you feel about the intro, Skylar?
I liked it. I think that. See, I measure most intros for animes against 2 anime intros, three, and that's that Naruto opening that I always quote that I can't actually remember. Like, I forget that it's a Naruto opening.
Bluebird?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Arguably the most popular one, if not Stiletto.
Exactly. And then there's the opening for Demon Slayer,
Garenge, yeah.
which is amazing.
Elisa.
I have
Lisa,
the song.
yeah.
I have it from like the whole song from start to finish is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually I think it's the second OP in Fire Force.
Mayday?
Mayday. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So good. And so like I kind of use those three as my measuring stick, and this one.
Wow, that's a big measuring stick.
I know. Well, I'm also a musician, so like I'm picky about it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. This one wasn't quite up there for me. It was good, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Super high on the list.
I'm very much a music and what are they showing during it, right? That's huge for me, because I'm such a visual artist. So in my brain, it's like, does the music go well with the animation? Does the animation go well with the music? Is the music really good? But like I would say, like Tokyo Ghoul Season 2, the art and the way that the OP like happens animation wise, very symbolic, and I really like it. The music kind of bland and boring to me, at least, and it's a shame because I know what they're representing in the art, all the symbolism and the metaphors, and just how it transitions from him being human to the white hair, accepting of the ghoul part. But the song didn't really grab me, right?
Yeah.
And talking about Tokyo Ghoul intros,
I mean, then you go to the first season and you're talking Unravel at that point,
Yeah.
and it's just like that song's just very iconic in the anime world.
yeah,
I mean, Kickback for me, like the visuals make it a great, like the visuals fit with the song, which is really cool.
Mhm.
Obviously, lots of different pop culture references in there. You know, there are videos breaking that down.
Mhm.
The thing I like about the intro the most, though, is you see Denji and Power dancing at
Yes.
the end. Just kind of that like younger sibling chaotic energy. And Aki's just in the back, you know, kind of oldest sibling, like this is doing the wolf thing. But
he definitely has wolf energy for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that reminded me of the what is it? I've either ever watched Spy Family?
yeah.
I don't think they have it in this newest section that they released, but the previous ending,
Mhm.
where they have that little dance that they do at the end.
Yes.
Colors,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, it's adorable.
It's funny you bring that up. I actually haven't talked to anybody about this, but the new outro for the new EP for Spy Family, I absolutely adore. I love it. It fits so well.
Yeah, the Spy
haven't
Family
watched
music
it
is
all the
really
way through.
good. Yeah, it's good. You should take a look at it. Yeah, Colors. For me, because that's the first EP for Spy Family. Because it's like that with the combination of like, you know, essentially going through Anya's day, for the most part, and seeing her at the end, you know, fly off into space and then just kind of all snuggled into the bed. I don't think there was a time where I like didn't tear up a little bit because it's just so cute. It's just incredible.
That's a perfect example of what Bailey was saying earlier about how the music and the video tie in together so well,
Mhm.
and just it creates such a positive experience for people watching it.
Yeah, and I do like that the Colors EP starts with her getting out of bed and then ends with her in bed
Getting
and then
in bed and then
flies off. I do like that, and also OP is good. I mean, Spy Family is an OP that hops out at me, at least not the second part. The first part is a good OP, but you know, then we start talking about things like you mentioned, Demon Slayers, Garangi, whatever, by Lisa. Lisa is just always amazing.
yeah, top tier, 100%
Yeah.
of the time.
Always. And I didn't realize until after season 2 of Demon Slayer was done. I forgot who told me. I think maybe it was Matt, but it could have been someone else. They were like, oh yeah, you know, the person that sang the Demon Slayer intro, that's the same one that does Sword Art Online. And I was like, wait, what? The fuck? My whole life. I had no idea.
No, if you look at
no
Lisa's,
clue.
yeah, if you look at Lisa's like Spotify stuff or wherever you want to look at her tracks, like she is one of the most popular, Japanese songwriters, and she's used in a lot of different animes.
Yeah.
I mean, she's incredibly talented. I'll say, to continue kind of the OP talk, an OP that's really good, but it's very contrary to the show, is Death Parade's OP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my god,
Radio,
yes.
yeah.
Because that OP is so
good.
fun. It's just like, yeah, we're dancing, like everybody's having a good time, and then it's like, hey, do you want to play a death game?
Yeah,
And it's
right.
like, what?
Yeah.
But
It's so like brutal too.
mhm.
Oh, and by the time you leave here, you'll realize that you died. Actually, you're dead. You died a horrible, gruesome death, and you didn't know it until now. Also, later,
Bye-bye.
later,
Yeah.
and then the intro is just like
And then
fucking
QOP.
disco dancing.
Everybody,
Put your hand up. Yes, it's so good. That's and I think it's funny that an intro like an OP can do that where plenty of people know the song, especially when they hear it, but don't know the show, haven't watched the show, or like, oh, I didn't watch it, but I really like the OP. I mean, that's one of the songs that I just will listen to in the car. I'm like in traffic and I'm just just like hands out, just loving it.
That was me with the opening for Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Like, I will blast that song.
Yeah.
That, and then have you heard of it's not an anime song, but it should be Baby Metal. Basically every song they have is an anime opening.
Yeah. I heard of Baby Metal back in high school, and damn, did that blow my mind. Just
they're so good.
Yeah, just three little girls just singing fucking Japanese metal.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
there are two more that I just have to talk about, because when we talk about anime songs, it just always comes up for me.
Oh, go.
So the Jujutsu Kaisen EP, Lost in Paradise, is really, really good.
Yes.
Especially with the visuals where they're like all dancing at the end.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just got that kind of swagger that, I
Absolutely.
really enjoy in music.
I mean, Gojo's button down that's only button on the top with the white shirt. Like, I'm just like, dude, he's so cool looking. And he's just, oh, so good. Yes.
And the second one is the OP for Attack on Titan Season 2. I think it's like Shinzo wo Sasagero. And
Is it the German sounding one?
so they're both German, the first seasons and the second seasons.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you.
You could fuck off.
right off.
But man, that song is it's so good, and it makes me feel patriotic for a country that doesn't even exist. Like, I'm like, I'll fight for you guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, screw these Titans. Like,
Yeah, I think it's crazy that Japan doesn't actually exist. That's so insane.
nah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Definitely was saying that Japan's not a country.
No, they're actually Titans themselves. Japan is just a Titan. Just hanging out. He's a Kappa Titan. Everything that's on the surface is just like his Kappa.
Yeah.
It's the Kappa Titan, aka Japan. OPs. I mean, I guess we could just keep going on it. Black Clover. Black Clover has like 90% banger OPs. There's one or two that like are skippable, but for the most part, Vika Blanca's Black Rover and Black Catcher, just on their own, are amazing. I listen to those while I'm driving, just as they are. They're outros as well, surprisingly enough. I feel like Shonen has a bad rap on outros because there are so many seasons And it's like outros aren't really that important. People just want to watch the next episode. Black Clover has some pretty good outros as well.
It's true, they do.
Yeah. But Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So 3 episodes out so far. For somebody who's read the manga and is now, watching the anime, what have been your impressions so far, Bailey?
I mean, I have always disliked CGI in anime, but the episode 3, I was watching it today, and I was paying close attention to the CGI in it, and I was like, damn, it's actually, it's no brown bear from Golden Kamuy, it's no season 4 of Attack on Titan. I mean, season 4/5/6 of Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
It was smooth. There were times where it went from CGI to 2D, or at least it looked like it, but it was still CGI. It looked very clean. I feel like a big issue with big gore action-y mangas is that because it's in black and white, it's kind of hard to see what's happening, especially with like blood splatters and the moving chains on his hands or his head. I like it. I'm very much enjoy it. It caught me off guard because I don't like CGI, but the CGI it's doing a good job, especially episode 3.
So for me, most CGI doesn't bother me. There's some stuff where I'll watch it and I'll be like, oh, you should have just animated that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not good. I haven't had any problems with what Mop has done so far in these first 3 episodes.
I've only watched the first episode.
Okay.
Of that. FYI.
Of Chainsaw Man?
Fine.
Of Chainsaw Man?
No. I thought you said Mob Psycho.
No, Mappa is
Mappa.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. No. For Chainsaw Man. And honestly, it's been a blast. Like, it's really cool seeing the characters finally personified. And all of the voice actors and actresses are doing such a good job. Like,
I was just about to say that. I love Denji's voice. I love Power's voice. I think
the voice actors are really good. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know anything about how they're supposed to be, but it definitely fits.
They fit the characters,
really
and that
well.
And that's important.
Yep.
Especially when they go dub, which episode 1 has been dubbed already.
I have not watched that, and I will never watch that.
Yes, correct.
No, you're gonna finish it, and then you're gonna be like, man, I want to rewatch it while I play a game. I'll watch it in English, and then be like, damn, it's so much better. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I know. You guys aren't dubbers for like I am.
Damn.
Dub is for scrubs. Dub is for scrubs.
Dude, can't wait for the comment section on this one. And people.
What am I gonna say about?
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I agree with everything that this person said.
That Just Bailey alive doesn't know what he's talking about. Wow, I haven't heard or done a internet troll voice and motion since like equals 3 days. Jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah, throwback. Yeah, I am digging it so far. What about you, Skylar? You don't have to be like, oh yeah, it's the best. I mean, everybody overhypes everything.
On being like that, it got overhyped to me a lot. Yeah. I told you this already. Like, it was made out to be this amazing, like, have to watch, 100%, like, must stay tuned in show. And don't get me wrong, I really like it, but it's not as. I don't think it's as good as it was hyped up to me to be.
So
the first episode was great. Second and third episodes haven't really done a lot for me. The third episode, I like what they did in the third episode. I like where the third episode went.
I mean, the third episode, real quick, Matt, before you go. I was laughing throughout most of episode 3 just because he knows what he wants and he's trying to get to it. Yeah. He wants to Copperfield bad.
That's a man who knows exactly what he wants in life.
That's the power of boobs in anime has been, we've seen it before.
Oh yeah,
and it's just coming to full fruition here.
I'll say, every day.
Yeah. I'll say so I think Chainsaw Man is a great series, and I think that everybody should watch the anime.
Mm-hmm.
However, the first part of Chainsaw Man is not the strongest part of what's been released of it so far.
Mm-hmm.
So if it starts out slow, or people are like, this isn't a 10 out of 10, it's because, quite frankly, it's not a 10 out of 10 yet.
So I was just about to say
yet. Just give it time. This will be the slower part. Once you get into the meat and potatoes of it, it'll start getting good. And that's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna say anything that will spoil it. So.
Yeah. No manga spoilers, but
much appreciated.
But spoiler for episode 3 to anyone who hasn't watched it yet: the hell you doing? There's only 3 episodes. Just watch it. But
it's like an hour. It's an hour worth.
Yeah,
you have an hour. Just
exactly.
Watch the show.
Denji gets punished for being horny. That should be.
And that's the headline of this episode.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm thinking of something way more clickbaity. But for episode 3, when they're hanging out and they're at the vending machines, and she's like, I'll let you feel my tits, there's this demon that took my cat, and he's like, man, fuck this demon. He'd be like, you took a cat? What? We're gonna go kill this guy. I can't believe he took your cat. That's terrible. What a terrible fucking creature. Also, I want to cop some feel.
Hey man, it's a means to an end. It's a means to an end. He's got to play the part.
Yeah, exactly. I love that he's just like, he feels so much like what's his name from High School DxD, but just so much more pure. Like, he doesn't know anything about the world other than people actually eat good food, right? And you can actually go and do these things, and you can also possibly touch a boob, right? And now that this whole maybe like there's a possibility that this man could touch a boob. So now that the whole world is open to him, he's really letting loose, which I like.
I will say I have liked what Chainsaw Man has done with the EPs, where it's a different one for each episode, and it kind of reflects, what happened in that episode. So like this third episode ending was like really fucking cool.
Bro, I wanted to say this. I didn't notice that because I didn't watch the other 2 EPs, but I watched this EP and I was like, damn, this song is fucking killer. I love it. It was so heavy, and just it gave me like flashbacks to like old Microsoft Visualizer days, where it's like the song plays and it like does the visualizer shit. Damn. Really enjoyed it. I'm liking it so far. I do. What bums me out most about Chainsaw Man is that I want to say something triggering to people, like a hot take, but I just can't.
It's too soon. Yeah.
I want to.
I'm sure it will come up at some point where you have the opportunity to do it, but it's too soon.
I just have to wait for something big to happen in the anime for the whole community to be like, oh my god. That way I could be like, nah, dude, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
And then, alright, let's hear those reactions, right? I mean, I wouldn't say something just for attention.
Never.
Yeah, no. YouTubers don't do that. That's
no.
I definitely wouldn't say that.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say that, like, I don't know, One Piece is hot garbage, or like that I hate Attack on Titan. Like, I would never say anything.
Yeah, who would ever say they hate Attack on Titan?
One Piece is bad.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck, man? I don't know. Some of these anime community people are just
God, idiot,
dumbass. You're wrong, and you should die.
Yeah, speedrun to death threats.
That's it. Yeah. we're playing a modded version of Dark Souls. All the enemies are people with hot takes in the anime community. Kill them now.
Demon Slayer's mid. Demon Slayer's mid.
You just have like a crowd. Yeah. Oh my god! And then just add like the fucking voice to it, just like as they attack Demon Slayer man.
And they're all playing the Lisa song in the background.
You enter the area and it just starts playing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I haven't watched. I need to start catching up with current season anime, because there are some that like I've never heard of, so I'm not gonna watch them. But there are a lot of season 2s and a season 3 that have started, and I haven't started any of them, and I really need to. Mob Psycho being one of them.
Overlord, another one. If that fell off, then whatever. Devil's a part-timer.
Yes.
You know.
I need to start that show as a whole. I've never watched it.
Start that show.
Yeah. I've heard great things of Devil's a part-timer, and everybody is so excited for season 2, and I'm like, I want to know what the excitement's all about.
What's the excitement?
Is this excitement? Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. Personal guilty pleasure of mine. I enjoy it.
That one's not as bad as people think it is.
It's really not.
Like, yeah.
I remember when that was first coming out, people were giving it a lot of shit, and I'm like, okay. I mean, Ben Shapiro's sister has literally the exact same dimensions as Uzaki, and they're like, it's unrealistic. And it's like, I'm sorry. There's a human that literally looks just like her. Except no flesh fang. I think a lot of people strongly disliked the flesh fang, not the actual tooth. But who cares? I mean, Denji has sharp teeth.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? People don't like everything, so.
But they need to.
Happy.
No, everybody needs to like everything that I like. It's
true.
It's a cruel world out there, and everybody needs to get on my level. What's the other one? I think it's season 2 just started.
Oh, Bleach
is
back.
Yeah, Bleach is back. That's right. Season 2 of Bleach is back.
Yeah. No, it's not season 2.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure all of the original Bleach is season 1.
Oh yeah. It was just the Soul Society arc, and now we're in the Soul Society arc part 2.
Yeah, kind of like how everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 3 is a single arc. And now Kingdom Hearts 4 is starting a new arc. 15 games later. Anyways, not anime. As close as it may feel to anime, not anime. But, what we're saying, Bleach. Yeah, that's right. Anybody watch it?
Yeah, but I've heard it's really good.
I haven't watched any of Bleach at all.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, I'll tell you this. Kenpachi, if you do watch Bleach, Kenpachi Zaraki is one of the nicest and sweetest characters you'll ever see in an anime. Even nicer than Yor. Yeah.
What about Gonpachiro from Demon Slayer?
Yeah. I thought that's where you were going with that. Kenpachiro Kamabuto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched it either. I mean, I fell off with Bleach. Like, I didn't even watch all of it, but I cliff notes everything that I missed.
We'll probably end up watching it because, I did used to watch it a lot when I was younger, so give it a chance again.
Yeah. Give it a Bankai.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe we should move on to a fun segment that I thought of totally not last minute. How about we do an anime villains draft between us three? Ooh. Spooky season.
Ooh.
Insert thunder noises here.
I don't know why I always do the sound effects when I could just add a post. I always do them myself, and I'm like, afterwards, I'm like,
No. So what you need to do is just clip the audio from all of your sound effects and use those as your inserts.
for all my videos in the future, yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. That's actually a great idea. Also, you gave me a great nickname that I will forever be called.
Yes. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to change in my Discord server. I need to change your nickname to the correct name for
Yeah.
you.
So Matt, you know how there's like, like a woman has a child, right, with another man, but they're not married, and she calls him,
Like a bastard child, yeah.
okay, Game of Thrones. No, no, a baby daddy, right?
Ah, sure.
Yeah. So as of today's Sunday's, the 30th stream on Skylar's Twitch, he has now started calling me Bailey Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So-
Appropriate.
So YouTube channel name being changed, Discord
Yeah,
name being
everything's
changed.
changing.
Yeah. Just gonna edit it right here. No, okay.
Welcome to the Anime Therapy Podcast with just Bailey Daddy.
Oi.
Just a Bailey Daddy. Just barely a daddy. What?
Dude, what would just
Oh.
barely a daddy be? Like, your child just barely made it? Like,
I don't know. Maybe like close calls. Like, yeah, just had so many close calls where it was like, damn, I was just barely a daddy.
You just become like the Twitch face of what is it? Plan B.
He just gets sponsored by Planned Parenthood.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Man. So how we're gonna do this? It's gonna be a snake draft. Okay. I know he knows what that means. Skylar, do you know what a snake draft means?
I don't.
It means
Maybe I do.
It means the person who goes first goes, and then second, and then third, and then the person who goes third will then go again, and then second, and then first, and then first will go again, like a snake. So like first,
Okay.
second, third, third, second, first, first, second, third, third, second, first.
Okay.
How we're gonna
cutting
do
this?
this?
Bailey, are we cutting this? Or is this part of the thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably leave it for those who don't understand what a snake draft is, like Skylar.
Yeah. Hey.
Why? Is there something you
Oh,
want to
that's-
say that will
yeah.
be cut?
No, I just want to pee.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. We can cut
Hell
this
yeah.
part then. Yeah, let me just do a sound effect from that while
Do
he
it
pees.
on stream. So you gotta pee in video.
Alright, come on, guys. Let's go.
I am going first, and I will pick. I think it's only fair that because I know one of Matt's, that he goes last. Skylar goes after me. Also, I'm not going to take it from you.
That's fine.
There's no way. Mainly because I can't remember his name, but I know who the character is. All right. So starting our draft pick, I pick first, and I am worried that you two have also seen these animes, or this anime. So I'm gonna go ahead for my first anime villain draft pick.
Wait. Does it start with one of the first 4 letters of the alphabet?
Yes.
I hate you.
So
I can't believe you've
I know
chosen.
what it is.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So my first pick for anime villain draft is Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Dude, if I didn't roll to go first, I guarantee he would have been gone by the time I got him. But yeah, gotta take Dio Brando. So go ahead, Skylar. Who's your?
Well, hang on, Bailey. Why would you first pick Dio? What makes him such an interesting anime villain that you would want to pick him first?
Because he's the best. Is
Well.
there? Also, because you both have seen JoJo's and you know how amazing Dio is, so I had to pick him first. He's amazing.
What do you mean?
And next
I
year,
think anybody who throws a dog in a furnace is a pretty nice guy.
You're right. First pick is Araki, actually, the writer of JoJo's who's killed every dog. Yeah, no, Dio's the best. All right. Go ahead, Skylar.
My first pick. You know what's funny is actually this wasn't originally on my list of the that I like, but actually no, you know what? I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh, nice. Not even on my list. So.
I was gonna change it, but I was gonna change it, but
Damn. Matt, did you only get swiped with one, or did you also get swiped from Dio too?
So I have a list of 15 because I was like, all right, worst case scenario, my list gets said, right? And so far we're 2 for 2. I had Dio on here and I had Hisoka on here as well. They're just really good villains. Like that's yeah. I mean, what do you like about Hisoka?
Skylar. You're on a podcast. Pay attention.
So one of my favorite things about him is that he's basically like grooming the main characters into being his meal, and yes, I use that word intentionally.
What word? Meal or grooming?
Both. But he basically sets the path out for Gon and Killua for them to become exactly what he wants them to be so that he can get the fight that he wants out of them. And I think that from like a villain standpoint, it's perfect. And on top of that, like he never, you and I talked about this, he never actually explains how his ability works. Like he just kind of goes, it's gummy.
Yeah.
It's bungee.
Yeah, definitely and, never specifies what it actually is.
I know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and his just his way of kind of manipulating everything around him is so great, because even though he is not necessarily the strongest, he finds a way to fight people who and win against people in the anime who are way better than he is.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's like next level villain manipulation.
Yeah.
That he does, for sure.
Like he manipulates the entire Phantom Troop. Like he's got Killua's brother under his, well, kind of like the whole thing where he's
I do specifically really like where he's like, oh no, maybe I can just go kill Killua. And his brother looks at him like with his a death stare. He's like, what?
I can't.
Who, me?
It's a joke.
Oh, yeah. Ha, I was kidding. Don't shoot.
Unless.
Except. Yeah, great pick. First pick, Hisoka, right on. Matt, so unfortunate, but who you got?
Yeah, hey, this is why we prepare the list, right? Exactly. I mean, there's so many good anime villains.
I have 20 on here, yeah.
Yeah. So my first pick, which, Skylar, I hear you don't read much manga, but
I read no manga. Zero.
I would be surprised if you haven't at least heard of this manga, and maybe you haven't heard of the character, but that's fine. But my first pick is Griffith from Berserk.
I'm very aware of Berserk.
Mm-hmm. So context, Berserk is just my favorite manga of all time. Like, it's made me feel all different kind of ways, to extreme levels of emotion, right?
Guts, and the most OP main character of all time, yeah?
Yeah, just, it does. Just has basically the mark of death on him, and he's like, well, it's not today.
Yeah. So what?
But yeah, Griffith is, obviously, we're talking about villains, so we're going to talk about what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So, Griffith was driven by his ambition, right? And he was driven so much to the point where his ambition came first in every decision he made. So, and the problem with Griffith was that he was so charismatic, and he knew how to manipulate people to feel like their goals in their lives were in ties with Griffith's, when Griffith was really just using people to fulfill his own ambition.
Mhm.
And when there's a major moment in Griffith's life where things really change really quickly, and his mentality on people change, and then he has to make a choice. Does he continue going with his friends throughout this whole entire time, or does he sacrifice everything that he's accumulated for his ambition? And of course, in the end, he chooses his ambition, and he loses everything in the process, but he's obtained what he desires. So for him, he's done it. He's done what he's needed to do. Yet he has left an incredible wake of destruction in his path. And
he's also just straight up kind of a dick.
Yeah,
yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Aside from all of that, he also is just kind of an asshole. But, for the sake of his ambition, he doesn't really care how he comes off. Yeah. Well, I knew that one was coming. You were like, there's an anime adaptation, but there's a lot more manga, and then I didn't think about it, and then as I was typing for the group, I was like, oh wait, I think I know who it is. All right, great choice. Wasn't on my list. There was no point.
Obviously wasn't on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, we're gonna snake back to you.
That's right.
What's
So
your
number
fourth pick?
2, my 1-2,
Yeah.
get those punches in.
Oh, please.
I'm actually really happy to have this person as well. Let's continue down the sociopath train. My number 2 is Shogo Makishima from Psycho Pass.
I haven't actually watched that.
Okay.
Which one is that?
He's the white-haired guy.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
oh my God, yeah.
So base premise of Psycho Pass, right, is you have the civil system, right, and people are basically judged based off of the system as to whether or not they're criminals or basically right in the head, right?
Their mental stability is constantly being monitored, and if they freak out at all, they're labeled a criminal.
Right. So what happens when you have a sociopath whose mental stability can't be judged by the civil system, and he's never registered as anything other than completely stable? You get someone who's incredibly dangerous. And not only that, again, similar to Griffith, he's a very charismatic person. So he's able to manipulate and influence people to do things to set forth, massive revolutions. One that does also go against the civil system eventually. He creates an opportunity for people to commit crimes in a place where you normally wouldn't be able to, and get away scot-free, like during the middle part of the first season. And it's like, when you have a society that's constantly judged and you feel like you're trying to take it, you're just basically like contained in this sphere, and the decisions that you can make aren't necessarily yours. And somebody comes to you and says, I can give you the ability to make whatever decisions you want, and
your mental stability will not change. Yeah.
Right. For a lot of people, that's like, I'm gonna begin to release my inhibitions at this point. And so you see a lot of people, committing crimes, killing people, and then there's the revolt against those people.
Yeah.
And it's just
And it's such a great I want to say like dichotomy between like freedom in this society means doing terrible things, but you're free. Like,
yeah,
you're actually free from this society, but you're a bad person, right? Inherently, just because like you get to do whatever you want. And like one of the coolest concepts in the very first episode, a woman almost gets killed by a man, right? And the man ends up getting arrested or killed or whatever. But she's freaking out that she almost just got R-worded and killed, that she's then labeled a criminal because her mental state is off the charts. But she's the victim.
And it won't recover.
And it won't recover,
of the mental trauma. Yeah.
So she's labeled a criminal because of this system that's put in place. But that's a great villain choice. That is so... I was over here looking at my manga and I'm like, I didn't even look at Psychopaths. I have one of the volumes. Or I did look at it, but it's been a while.
From that conversation, I'm probably gonna go start watching that today.
Yeah.
Watch the first season.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to watch anything after that, really, unless you really want to. But
the second season's okay, but it's not the first season.
Yeah, first season's amazing. I mean, in my opinion, that's just me. I have very interesting anime taste, but second season is not as bad as everybody says it is, in my opinion. But it's, it's better than Overlord season 2, in my opinion. There's no Romeo and Juliet lizard people, so.
You really have it against Overlord season 2.
I do. Left a bitter taste in my mouth. It really did. All right, Skylar, next choice, next pick.
My next pick. Let me look at my list here because there's so many that I could pick that I really like.
Should I just go all?
I'm gonna pick Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ooh.
Okay, I like that.
Was that on your list, Matt?
Not on my list, but one that was pretty close to being on there. Yeah.
That character is in the scheme of the show, like the grand scheme of the show, I think that character had the biggest impact on the main character of the show out of anybody else. Because in the more recent season, the Mahito's ability to do what he does, the way that he can use that to get inside of people's heads is just insane.
Mm-hmm. Mahito's the gray-haired guy, right?
The gray-haired guy, yeah. And so that whole arc, the ending of that arc, where what is his name? Itadori, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Itadori.
That whole fight that happens and all the emotions that are behind that, like I almost teared up in that whole scenario because it's animated so well, it was so well written, but at the same time, it was like he was trying so hard to get I don't remember his name, to get him accepted, and then all of his work just crumbled because of this one bad guy. And I have high hopes that he will continue to do the same kind of stuff as the show goes on.
Yeah. And then the outro played and you're like,
yeah.
Gotta get it, no, we gotta move it.
I'm so sad, but this song is such a banger.
I know.
Hell yeah. Nice. Jujutsu. I didn't even think of Jujutsu Kaisen, mainly because I didn't finish it, but
you should. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. Man, that it does hit though. I didn't have him on my list because he hasn't done enough yet. But like, having, him be like Itadori be friends with, the guy who's struggling at school and is like, was happy to see, his bullies die and stuff like that. And, kind of going down that dark path of like, this is what happens, and him trying to save him, and like, and then Mahito's like, Psych.
No.
He's it's like, oh,
Weakness acquired.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh man. All right. Well, I don't know if I should just fucking meme on all of you guys by just going for the number ones of all the biggest animes, because I'm surprised that, not spoiling anything for the list, but I'm surprised there hasn't been any I don't know, DBZ, any Naruto. So I kind of want to just take some of these big boys that haven't been taken yet.
Do it, dude.
Go
I
for
mean,
it.
you know, you have Dio right now, and that's it.
Oh, and
so
I get 2 choices right now too. Oh,
you do.
oh shit. Well, question, Matt. Seto Kaiba, a villain?
Nah, dude, he's the protagonist. Yugi
Okay.
Yami is the villain.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're right. You're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Maximilian Pegasus is not a villain. He's just, the dad of everybody. He's just Daddy Maximilian.
That's right.
Well, I have Merrick, Seto, and Maximilian Pegasus, but I don't know. I mean, they were villains for like the shortest amount of time.
Dude, I feel like Bakura is the most villain out of
Oh,
them,
100%.
right?
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Bakura is the overarching villain of the entire story.
Right.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. Well, I'm not going to take him.
Fake fan. Fake Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
I think Seto's just the pay-to-win guy. Like, that's just him. He's that guy in the show.
Oh, so he's EA, which is the villain of all of video games. Cool.
Yes.
All
Exactly.
right.
Okay. All right. Settle down. All right. Pick number 4 for me. I think I'm going to have to go with...
Number 2?
Number 2. I was like, number 4. What are you talking about?
Sorry. The way that I'm envisioning it is like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not.
Oh, you're ranking. You're ranking them 5 to 1.
No,
oh,
I'm
okay.
not, but I'm not ranking them though. That's just the thing.
Okay.
It'd just be like, final pick is like, oh, got him, right? But you're right. The way that it is like first round draft pick. That's the most like key. So you're right. Never mind. Second pick for me would have to be. Maybe it's because I just watched it last night, but I think I'm gonna have to go Zabuza from Naruto.
Ooh.
I did just watch this last night. Matt's looking down at his list here.
No, it's not on my list. I'm just writing. I'm writing down everyone's picks, so
Okay.
I
Pick it
don't
again.
take them.
Got it.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I did literally just watch it last night. Not the battle on the bridge with Haku and Zabuza, but when Zabuza first shows up and fights Kakashi, and then they do.
Oh, when they're on the water and they do the bubble thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So recency bias, but also like the first villain of the whole show, and like just really like where the show grabbed most people with Naruto is this arc. I love Zabuza. I mean, there's really no need to explain anymore. He's just amazing. He's just awesome. And the fact that I was rewatching it, and after he gets the needles in his neck, the senbone in his neck, and then he like gets up, his eyes are like wide open. He's got like the bloodshot like lines on his eyes, and he pulls the thing down. He's just like he looked so creepy and like not, sexy like he did when he was reanimated, right? He looked actually
Very not hot. Yeah.
yeah, super not hot. All right, so pick number 2 is Zabuza, which I'm happy with. I think I'm only gonna stick to one Naruto villain, even though I wrote 3. Other than Dio, they were actually the first 3 that I wrote.
Why am I not surprised?
All right, pick number 3 for me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Veto from Black Clover.
Ooh, that's another good one.
Yeah. He's all about despair. And I mean, he fucks everybody up. Let's just be real. He fucked everybody up. And it needed Vanessa and Finral and Asta just to kind of beat him down, and they still didn't even beat him. And Yami had to come in with a dark slice of toast on his ass.
Well, and I think that if Veto had been 100%, I don't necessarily think Yami would have won.
Yeah, I mean they did definitely. It's like getting the last hit right on something.
If it didn't play out the way it did, and if Yami hadn't had to go through like the mental struggle of watching everything happen,
yeah,
I don't think he would have won that fight just stepping in fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't that just so gnarly?
And wasn't that the first time he did the Dimension Slash too? That was like when he.
That was when he created it right then and there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta get in there and fuck him up, and he did. But Veto, I mean, just awesome. And when he gets reanimated, or not reanimated, but like when he comes back, I always have a soft spot for the whole like kind of like with Jugo in Naruto, like. The character that is so insanely strong and powerful and can fuck anybody up, but they're just like animal friendly. Like they have like animals love them, and it's such a weird like flip of a coin, right? It's like
yeah.
They will either kill everything or they're like Snow White, sing to the birds. It's yeah. All right, yeah, that's it for me for pick number 3. So, got pick number 3 for Skylar.
Pick number 3 for me is funny that you mentioned Dragon Ball, because my next pick is Majin Buu.
Oh no!
Majin Buu.
Oh,
Respect.
Oh, I
was torn between like Majin Buu and Janemba, but I'm pretty sure that Janemba is not in Dragon Ball Z. I feel like Janemba's a GT guy.
I think he's either a movie or a GT.
Yeah. So
that's the red guy, right?
Yeah. I wanted to stick to the main. I was gonna go Vegeta at first too, but Vegeta turns into a good guy really soon in the show. So I had to stick with somebody who was at least a bad guy for most of the show.
Anti-hero.
Was Frieza ever in your thinking there?
No, I feel like Frieza's just so like the typical villain trope in shows.
Fair.
He's just this big, really strong bad guy where you have to power up to beat him, and then you go and you break your limits and you beat the guy. Whereas Majin Buu was like, I just want to have fun and I'm gonna turn you into candy and fucking eat you.
Yeah.
And that was the premise of his being a villain. Like that was like one of my favorite parts about him as a villain, kind of like Hisoka, is they're not being a villain because they're
evil,
trying to like dominate the world, or they're trying to be evil. They're just trying to like have a good time. Like, and because they're trying to have a good time, they become this horrible bad guy in the show that in the pursuit of their own happiness just does horrendous things.
And Majin Buu also has Nen in the form of both Bungie and Gum. It's crazy.
He is the personification of Bungie Gum.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's such a bummer because I had Frieza, I had someone else, and I had Majin Buu as far as Dragon Ball Z characters. And Majin Buu,
very, very particularly not mentioning that other name I see.
Just in case. Just to be safe. But Majin Buu definitely would have been the one that I picked out of those 3 had he not been taken. So damn it. All right. Yeah. But it's fine. I'll pick Kid Buu. They're 2 separate entities.
It's true.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kid Buu's a whole fucking other.
All right. Good third pick. Matthew. The Matheson.
All right. So for me,
Matthew Kaiba.
In my duelist kingdom, this person, you go through the show and you're like, man, this person's the bad guy. No, this person's the bad guy. And then you meet the real bad guy and you're like, oh, this person's the bad guy. And that is Zeke Yeager in Attack on Titan.
Oh, I had a feeling there was going to be a Attack on Titan character.
So,
I thought it was going to be Eren, but that's
no, Eren, he gets there, but here's why I like Zeke a little more. So first season, right? You figure out, Annie, she's the female Titan, and there's that. Look, we're talking about this the anime, like fucking. There's gonna be spoilers. Also, if you haven't seen Attack on Titan by now, like, whatever.
If you haven't at least seen season 1, yeah.
And then you find out, that there are other people like Annie who can also turn into Titans and maybe are fighting for the bad guys, right?
The opposing forces.
Yes, opposing forces, however you want to call them. And you have to deal with all that heartbreak and stuff, and then you figure out, who's corralling all these people, and that's when you meet, Zeke Yeager, aka the Beast Titan, right? So first Titan that can actually speak in Titan form. So off the bat, that's like, this dude's built different. Like, what the fuck's happening here? The second thing is, are we just, not gonna mention that he just turned his mother and father in as revolutionists, and was just like, these people are breaking the law? Like,
yeah, that's pretty evil.
Take him in, like, he would choose his country over his family. Like, that's villain making in the process for sure.
I don't know, man. That's patriotism, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, you January 6th revolution.
Shit. Been outed.
And also, I mean, the worst part about it, right, is, I mean, season 3, the rocks, like, that made me feel so depressed. He
played baseball with these motherfuckers.
That was
just no remorse for, like, the things that he had to do for anything. And I mean,
literally anything.
I'm not gonna wait for the batter to step up to the plate. I'm just gonna throw this fastball.
And you get understanding, right? Like, there's more context that's given in the fourth, as Bailey said, the 4th, 5th, 6th season, just all the different parts that should just be one full season, but,
4A, 4B, 4C, yeah.
Right. But in the end, you're doing evil things, even if you believe it's for a good reason, you're still evil at the end. So,
and that's where the moral debate between Eren Yeager, is he evil or not, which everybody... This was when season 4 started. Everybody was having this discussion of, like, is he evil? Is he not? Right. But Beast Titan, I mean, you kill the captain, one of the best characters.
How dare he kill Erwin?
Yeah.
It's absolute shame. For shame.
Yeah. Good choice.
Good choice. Like a champ, though.
Yeah,
they knew what they were getting into. Everybody was so scared, and Erwin just like, you're gonna die like man.
Yeah.
And Levi absolutely beefed it. I love Levi so much, but god damn it, did he beef it so hard.
I mean, he still badassed that entire thing as well as he could,
Right.
Despite the end result, he still was like, bro, this Beast Titan, he's going down.
Yeah, and unfortunate that the Jaw Titan was there, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, Zeke added to the arsenal of my villain boys.
That's pick number 3, right?
That's pick number 3. So pick number 4. You know what? I'm gonna go more mainstream here, like big shonen anime. And I'm gonna go Pain.
No!
Shit! No, that was on my list.
It was also on my list too.
Damn.
Oh, such a good pick.
So, man. So leader of the Akatsuki, right? Like just, I immediately, you know, you start Naruto Shippuden, and it's like Gaara gone, and I'm just as a kid, I'm just like, what? Like,
No.
how? What just happened? How did you just steal a Kage?
Yeah.
Like, right?
And Cherokee and Kage, you just were like,
Yeah.
mine.
Yoink. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take that. Thank you. And
Oh,
you know,
such
it
a
really
great
sets the tone for that, like, you know, the first what feels like half of Naruto Shippuden, right? And you're like all the Akatsuki members, and you always just see the eyes, right? And that's the only thing you see
Yeah,
for
it's
such a
so ominous the whole
for
time.
such a long time. It's so brooding, dude.
Yeah.
When you're just like, I'm not even gonna show you the visage.
Yeah.
I'm just like, look at my eyes,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Well, and that whole first section, you're like, it's every time they go anywhere, you're like, are you gonna get kidnapped? Are you gonna get kidnapped?
Yeah. Do you
who's
guys
dead?
remember the
Where's
big,
my inhaler?
do you
Yeah,
guys
right?
do you guys remember the big theory of who that leader of Akatsuki was? Do you remember the big theory that was just so dumb?
No, I don't at the time.
Yeah.
Was it that it was Jiraiya?
No.
No.
The theory was that it was Minato, that it was the fourth Hokage because of the hair.
Oh yeah.
Because of the hair, yeah. Everybody was like, "Is it the fourth Hokage? Oh, what if it's Minato? Oh," and it's like, shut the fuck up, bro. We actually got someone who had an entire backstory from a village that was like so important that great pick, Matt. Great pick. Fuck you, but great pick.
If it was Minato.
So I mean, look. So then, you know, as you meet more Akatsuki members, you're like, man, it can't get worse, right? And it just keeps getting worse. And then, you know, the whole Jiraiya thing happens, and I cried so hard when he died. I was just like, there's no way you kill Jiraiya, right? And they
I
do,
didn't think
and
it was true. I didn't think it was true for like 3 episodes. I was like, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. It'll be fine.
It was a shadow clone. Tee.
And like you get, you know,
turned out he really was a pincushion.
you get Nagato's backstory, right? And it's like super traumatic, right? You know, world conflicts, all that sort of shit, like deeply traumatizing. But like, you know, I very vividly remember when it's just like, hey, I'm gonna just fucking nuke the Leaf Village here. Boom. Like,
almighty push.
Yep, and it's just like, this will get fixed, right? Like, it's just gonna, like, we're just gonna DBZ, like, Dragon Balls this back, you know, and everybody's gonna be okay. And, you know, while the soul, you know, the souls get released and stuff like that, but the village is still destroyed. And I remember just, like, watching that whole segment and being like, this is it. It's over. Like, so many people are just gonna die. Like, this... that dread that you feel from like actually being scared of like what somebody can do is like, I wasn't expecting that from a show like Naruto. But then when you got it, it was so good and it was so needed, and it just made me hold dear the characters that were still around, because it's like, don't ever leave me. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, it was good. And Naruto like comes back with Ma and Pa, and he's like, "What are you doing? I said I wanted to go back to the Hidden Leaf Village." And they're like, "Oh boy, this is the Hidden Leaf Village." And then he's like, "Oh hell no."
Hell no.
Yeah. Oh dude, and just the entire, from Jiraiya going to the Hidden Rain Village to that last punch, right, from Naruto, that last Rasen Shuriken or whatever, just the best part of Shippuden, honestly. Like, it is. Ain't no aliens, ain't no fucking reanimation bullshit, right? There was the Rene Rebirth, which kind of plot armored everybody, right? But,
right.
Yeah.
But at the time, you know, you didn't know that was coming.
No,
so
absolutely
it's
not.
like,
No.
It's like, whew, okay, just we're killing everybody. Like,
and Naruto was like, all right, time to talk no jutsu this motherfucker. Yeah. We're like brothers. I'm kidding. That's not at all how it was, but damn, good pick. Good pick. He was on my list too.
Super good pick. Mine too. That was that was rough.
Awesome. All right, Skylar, pick 4.
Pick number 4. Pick number 4. So I was looking at this and trying to figure out which one I wanted to actually do for my pick number 4.
Gary from Pokemon. No, I'm kidding.
So I'm gonna throw one out there, and you let me know if it's a pick that is allowed, because I think that the character's a villain, but the show kind of tries. Well, let's see.
Just give it to me.
Ainz from Overlord.
I think it's fine.
Sure.
Because he's definitely a villain.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine.
I think the only reason why I'm more okay with it is that he literally has to create a hero version of himself.
Yeah.
So he himself has accepted himself as the villain.
Well, and in the most recent season, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like.
Oh, go ahead. I'm not watching it.
Well, I am. So.
Have you seen the whole season?
I haven't seen the whole season yet. So.
Okay. Let's just. How far into the season are you?
I'm 3 episodes in.
Okay.
We accept.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
We accept him though.
You'll look back at this and understand why I picked him.
Okay. Cool.
That's all I'll say.
I'm excited.
Right on. Cool. Eins al Goon. Eins al Gown. Eins al my gone. I'm just spitballing over here. Just a little yes and improv.
Stop.
Yes, sir. All right. So, for me, pick number 4 before pick number 5. Pick number 4. Ooh, man. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I really wish Pain was still available. Oh.
You picked Zabuza over Pain. So.
I know. I didn't.
You had your chance and you blew it.
That's your fault.
Yeah, it really is. Let's start the episode over, and I'm gonna pick it.
Redraft.
Yeah. All right, anime protagonist draft number 1. Pain. They all deserved it.
Especially Jiraiya.
Especially Jiraiya. Oh shit. All right, number 4
Rest
for
in
me.
peace, Pincushion.
Yeah. My little chia pet. Number 4 for me. Oh, I need to get rid of some of these that have already been picked. Luckily, I think only 2 have been swiped from me. One was Majin Buu, and the other was Pain, which I feel a lot of right now. Pick number 4. Well, since I have 2 now, I think I'm gonna go pick number 4. I'm gonna go Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
The main Toguro, not the skinny little bitch Toguro, the one that, flat top and sunglasses Toguro.
Go back and watch that.
The ultimate Chad. Yeah, Togoro's just. I mean, the best parts of Yu Yu Hakusho have Toguro in them, in my opinion. I'm slipping on his name for some reason, but I typically remember it. But the villain that he fights after Toguro, the other ex-spirit detective, was also very good. The one with like the multiple personalities. But Toguro Toguro, as far as Yusuke understood of his own combat ability, he felt confident going into any fight he went into. He wasn't, like, oh, I'm better than all of you, I'll kick all your asses because I know I will. It's just more of like, he's like, I've trained for this, right? I'm probably going to win this, but we need to go all out, right? Every single time he was like, I'm gonna go all out. with the exception of, you know, the times where he had to flex on people because they needed to get flexed on. But Toguro, when Toguro shows up in the human world, right, on Earth, and he senses him in the crowd, and he just pulls up on his bike, looks at him, and then drives away. It's like, what a flex, dude. He's like, I can kill all these people right here, but I'm not going to. But I'm just gonna, you know, flex my presence on you. I'm gonna take off my sunglasses to reveal a second pair of sunglasses. Basically, it had that same vibe.
Disrespect.
Yeah, pretty much. He just had that vibe about him. I really like Toguro, and you know, he gets really gross and ugly, and that's something that I kind of like in power-up animes is when they get ugly.
When you thought that he couldn't have more muscles, well, you were wrong.
He grew
Here's
muscles
more
on
muscles.
his muscles. Yeah. Holy shit, he has muscles on his eyeballs. And his eyeballs just pop out and flex. All right. Pick number 5 for me. Oh, here's the thing. I don't want to pick this, but I don't want anyone else picking him. But it
Sounds
doesn't
like you
matter.
gotta pick it, yeah.
But it doesn't
Sounds like you have to
matter.
pick it.
We'll do some honorable mentions at the end.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I've got some.
I'll run down what just was on my list, just real quick. Be like this, that, and this, and that. Probably just for bonus for us, not even for the episode. But all right, as far as honorable mentions, then I can get rid of a bunch of these. But all right, number 5, the final draft pick, 5th round draft pick. I guess I'll take him draft pick, which is so disrespectful. I'm gonna go Madara from Naruto. Take Madara Uchiha.
All right.
I didn't want anybody else to have him. I wanted to have him.
Who?
Shut the fuck up. You know, the pain behind the pain. The ultimate emo
Ultimate
horror.
pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
The pain daddy.
Yeah. I feel like the excitement behind Madara was not met with the response that I wanted. I wanted you guys to be like, what? Madara? Oh shit! I wanted him! And I'd be like, hey, suckers! But
I only picked one villain from Naruto, and it was Pain. So, because I thought Pain was the best, but
Yeah.
I understand Madara.
I have 2 Naruto villains. Whatevs. You know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, Madara. I mean, I think it's just simple, plain and simple. He goes against the entire fucking platoon and just solos everybody. And then he was like, "Oh, Tsuchikage, old man fence sitter, you're still around? Damn. All right. Well, here's a fucking moon. Oh, damn, you almost stopped that moon, but what about a second moon on top of it?" The other.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Also, I'm about to stop being reanimated. Psych. You know, and just comes back to life. It's like Hashirama cells. Bam. Also, hey, the 5 current Kage. Can I, you know, use Susanoo with my shadow clones? Is that cool? Or like, nah, because like they don't have to. You know, just the most epic flexer. Like, Pain was a good villain for the sake of he was villainous, right? And ominous, and the build-up. Madara was the OG fucking, I'm a flex on everybody because I'm better than everybody. And I'm gonna prove it. So, yeah.
He was truly built different.
Yeah.
Dude, he really was. I mean,
Correct bloodline and just the best out of it. Just, you know.
The scene where it's a close-up of his eyes, and all you see is his eyes going
yeah.
all over the place, and then he just bodies everybody. I was like, oh, this guy's a problem.
Yeah. When he
This guy is an
Sharingan.
issue.
Yeah. Dude, real quick, last flex. Kishimoto had to do the whole Black Zetsu Kaguya thing because nobody could beat Madara. He was like, shit, nobody can beat this guy. So I'm going to have to go ahead and create some bullshit way of getting him out of here. So it makes sense how they beat the final boss. He was that strong that he bodied the writer, basically. He was like, hey, Genjutsu, the writer, like, yo, man, I'm too good for this shit. Also, just that one quick scene where he is bodying everybody. Someone throws a kunai with a paper bomb. He grabs the kunai, takes paper bomb, puts it on someone else, kicks him into other people. They all explode, and then throws a kunai.
So good.
He's the man. Yeah, that's me. That's my anime villains draft list. So we're gonna go into Skylar's number 5 pick.
My number 5, I saved, in my opinion, the worst for last. No superpowers, no anything, and I had to actually just Google their name because what I wrote down was a description of who this person was. I couldn't remember what their name was. Sho Tucker from FMA.
Oh yeah, okay.
The worst of the worst.
I don't know, man. Was he really that bad?
Bruh, he made one of I know your thing is like he's trying to introduce, anime cat girls and dogs to the show, but it's like, oh man, it's
feeling a little called out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going for, dude. He's trying to create cat girls. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was
honestly, I think that's a great pick.
Driven entirely by desperation, he takes the thing that he had dedicated himself to protecting and used it to push his agenda forwards instead of doing his role as a father and figuring out what he needs to do. Yeah. He also uses his wife and the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't get worse than that.
He's definitely the most evil, I think, as far as all of these characters. In my opinion, he's just to the core evil.
He didn't even make cat girls. If he had at least made cat girls, that would have made, maybe he wouldn't have been on the list.
Yo, if he succeeded, not evil. But he didn't succeed.
You said it.
He's pretty evil, but he's not the worst, in my opinion. But I think this one probably holds a dark place for a lot of people, because when I think of people getting into anime, what do you normally recommend them, or what's like a top 5 that mostly everybody will recommend? Either Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Mm-hmm. And guess what? In both of those, you're gonna see the scene, and you're gonna be like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this happening? And
then you're gonna have to see Scar just do the thing. Yeah. It's funny because there's someone on my list who's also from FMA and FMAB who also does something horrible that is in both versions, but that's an honorable mention for later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great pick. Shao Tucker that's a good pick. Didn't even think about him.
Yeah, he's on my list. I have 2 FMA characters on here. Okay. So, for me, my last pick. I'm torn between 2, but I think I'm going to choose one over the other. One, because I don't think we have any female villains on here yet. I think we've chosen all guys.
I don't know. Dio's kind of mommy. I'm just gonna be honest, but
no, I'm gonna tell you who's truly a mommy, and that's Death from Akame ga Kill. And
yes.
Boy, she. Wow, where do we start?
Well, you think of that. Let me just say, I thought about putting her on the list, but then I was like, is she really a villain? To me, it didn't feel like it,
Josh, she's a villain.
She's for sure a villain.
She just has the ability to just massacre thousands of people just in the blink of an eye.
But she did it for love.
Not all the time. She doesn't.
No, not all the time. But I definitely thought about putting her on there, but I was like, I don't know. To me, it was just more of like, I don't know, she seemed misunderstood more than a villain, but maybe I need to go back and...
I mean, look, like, she's the organizer of the group that basically kills off all of the assassins in a Kamega kill, right? And I was just like, you know, that was one of the first, you know, anime manga for me where it just started out dark and it just kept going dark. And I was just like, oh, is anybody gonna survive this? Or are we just gonna end in, like, you know,
everyone's dead.
TPK? Yeah, everybody's dead. And the author's just like, I'm done here. The end. And
I mean, is Night Raid a bunch of heroes? I mean, from the perspective of the government, right? Like, Esdeath is like, oh, there are assassins killing people, right?
Sure, but I see them more as like Robin Hood figures, basically. That's basically what they are.
And I agree. I know that is what they are. I don't know.
So I'm looking at Esdeath from the perspective of, like...
Of Night Raid.
You know, yeah, of Night Raid and, like, the Liberators, you know, where it's like, the government is doing evil things, and they're trying to make, you know, changes, and the government is using their military power to suppress the people. And who is at the forefront of that military power? It's Esdeath. And, you know...
True.
Shit.
Damn. These facts.
But also, like, come on. Like, she's got step on you kind of energy, and I mean, that's...
We're all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real villain is, you know, reality, not being, you know, an anime. Like,
right.
All right, Elon Musk, fucking make some transporters to put us into some animes, please. I know he wants it too.
Right.
Yeah, the real sadness is I can't be Tatsumi, and, you know, I would have made the correct decision. Yeah. Yeah. For me, I've, you know, really wish I could have been, you know, any main character guy in a harem anime. I really wish that I was, fucking, what is his name? Stunk from Interspecies Reviewers. Let's be real.
That show that I didn't watch because
you're too wholesome.
I kind of want to watch that, actually.
Yeah, I own it all. I mean, you know.
Oh, I know. We talked about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, dude, guys, great draft pick. You know, I'm gonna have to ask you after we're done to give me your list again, so I don't have to in edit go through and hear it and then do all the words. I'll just have it ready. But great draft pick. Is there anything that anyone really wishes they got over anything?
Honestly, I'm really happy with my list.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm pretty good with my list.
I got some baddies on here, you know.
I wish instead of Zabuza, I went with Majin Buu. Because I would have been happy with Madara after you picked Pain. Like, it would have gone, like, Pain before Madara, but I don't know. I think I should have just... I think I was being too recency biased and trying to be, like, niche, be like, Zabuza, right? The first villain of Naruto. He's not a villain. I love him.
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah, he's just misunderstood. Yeah.
No, I wish I would have gotten Dio. I wish I could have gotten Dio, because that was like... Yeah. That was gonna be my first pick.
I also had...
it was gonna be my second pick.
Yeah.
Hisoka was for sure my first pick, no question.
I knew. I was like, I gotta go first. If I go first, I'm taking Dio immediately.
There were a couple, but yeah.
I also have Yoshikage Kira from part 4 of JoJo's. You know, Killer Queen, fights the Dusto. You know,
I think a few others that are probably just widely known, but you know, didn't make anybody's selection. King Bradley, I think is like a really good villain.
Is he the other character you had?
Yeah, he's the other FMA character I had.
I had Envy.
Okay, Envy's also good.
Just for the pure sake of Envy killing, Maze Hughes, I was like, I hate this person so much for killing Maze Hughes. Also, FMAB, yes, Bradley is definitely.
Yeah, I had him in
Brother.
I had the Brotherhood version.
Yeah.
Muzan from Demon Slayer.
Kibutsuji, yeah.
Like, yeah. Don't
Michael
really.
Jackson had to make the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. Come on, the most evil person there. One that's probably slept on. I'm not sure if either of you had it. I had Isabella from The Promised Neverland on my list.
Ooh. That's a
Was
good
she-
pick.
Was she a villain though?
Dude, yeah, for me, yeah.
I mean, she was a terrible person, but do you remember
21st
end.
night of September. Sorry.
at the end of the season where you finished everything that's out, right?
Mhm, yeah,
So
There's only one
haven't-
season, right?
there's two.
there's two.
No, there's only one season, right?
So
There's
I
manga
get
and
what
there's
you're.
one season, right?
Yeah. But so I haven't read the manga, if there is one. So I don't know past what happens in the first two seasons.
I have not seen season
First
two.
season. The first season.
Mhm.
But
I've seen season one. I haven't
not
seen season two
seen
yet.
her as anybody other than having to do what she does, because otherwise everything will fall apart. And I see it as she's trying to keep the kids safe, and she has to play within their rules or they're just all gonna get killed.
Skylar, listen, hold on. Wait, hold on. The whole thing about villains is, do the ends justify the means, right? That's all these villains, right? Shao Tucker, for one.
That's true. That's
As Death, another, right? Like, did the ends justify the means? If it doesn't matter, it's straight up evil, then you're a villain, right?
That's true.
I don't think her ends justifying the means makes her any less of a villain.
True.
It was
true.
so that
Alright,
anime was so creepy
she
too.
Evil. She a villain. I'll,
Like
I rescind.
You take that back. But yeah, I mean, the creepiest thing about her was like, you learn about the backstory, of course, and it's like, this still makes me feel weird and uncomfortable. And, watching that anime, it was like, the kids are talking and stuff like that. And you never know, is she listening? Like, is she just hanging out around the corner? Are any of the kids just working for her directly? Like, there's always that, like, the sinking feeling in my stomach. And that's why I had her on the list.
Can I run through my list real quick? Just
Do it.
know it, don't know it, Akainu from One Piece. He's the one that turned a donut out of Ace. The Admiral. Queen of the Witches, Black Clover. Zagred, the Devil in the Elf reincarnation arc. The one with the most broken fucking magic, just spoken word magic. Like,
Yeah.
speak it and it happens. Fucking ridiculous. Yoshikage Kira. Anti-Spiral from Gurren Lagann.
That one was on my list too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to do it, but I think I fucked up with Zabuza. I think I should have just made him an honorable mention and changed it, but that's fine. Can't regret everything in life. But Anti-Spiral is like, they literally fight the universe in a fucking mech. Like, it's insane.
He throws galaxies.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny because Gurren
Hey guys,
Lagann-
I'm just gonna, yeah.
No, so literally has like a tentacle arm that just reaches out, grabs a galaxy, and just
Yeah. It's funny because Gurren Lagann is probably in the first like 10 animes I ever watched. So when I finished it, I was like, "Oh, this is anime. This is like, oh,
Is
you
this
you
good
could
content?
just fight fucking universes and just throw galaxies, I guess." And then I never ran into anything as ridiculous as that since, even to this day.
Mhm.
It's probably
Even
read
JoJo,
Berserk,
like
but
even JoJo doesn't get
it doesn't get that
as
no,
out there
no,
as that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with Diavolo, like his fucking the Emperor, fucking whatever, that ability and the Requiem, right? It's just that was so confusing and convoluted, but that still wasn't literally mechs throwing galaxies at each other. The bench from Orsky, Are You the Only One That Loves Me? That's for other people, I guess. Those who know the bench.
On my list of things to watch now
Yeah.
because
Yeah, it came to my list too because of that episode.
Yeah. Yubel from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
oh, okay.
All right.
Then after I did Yubel, I was like, okay, Merrick Ishtar, Seto Kaiba, Maximilian Pegasus. And then Medusa from Soul Eater. Whew. Oh.
Ooh, all right.
Oof, I just, her fucking, like, the hood with, like, the nose sleeve, like, her drip was fucking cool. Like, I really liked it. I'm almost done. Frieza, I had Frieza, I had Cell, and then I had, Envy from FMA and FMAP. That was all of them.
Yeah, the only ones I didn't mention, I had Aizen on here because I like Bleach a lot, and he's just the main guy.
Mhm.
And then the others that haven't been mentioned, I have both Lelouch and Light on here just because they do start out as
Anti-heroes, yeah.
anti-heroes, and definitely descend into being villains
Yeah.
when
Light's
absolute
cool,
power.
but, Light is shit compared to Lelouch.
Yeah, Light's a fucking pussy. He has to just write stuff in a book. That's bullshit. Lelouch actually should go out and do stuff.
Yes.
Like,
I think
Yeah.
Ryuk is a great villain too, though.
Ryuk?
Mhm.
Like,
Not a villain at all.
He's absolutely a villain.
He's
The show
just-
wouldn't exist without him.
Right, but he's not a villain. He's an entity. He's a force of nature.
he's the devil on Light's shoulder who's like,
Okay,
hey, I could give you these pair of eyes, but,
but the anti-spiral is also kind of a force of nature in that show.
I guess. I mean, also the overarching main antagonist, where Ryu kind of just eats apples, right, and laughs. Do you know Gods of Death love apples?
Apparently.
And then L is just like, "Ah, you got me. Yeah, Light and Lelouch. I don't know, man. It's just like, it would really just be like, they're villains in the last episode, really.
yeah, I mean, they are villains the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do get there. But it's a fun journey to watch. Code Geass, not Death Note. Fuck that shit. Like,
Read the manga.
yeah.
Skylar, did you go through honorable mentions for you?
I did not, but I
Okay.
do have some. Were you done with your honorable mentions?
Mhm.
Okay, I had 16 on my list total. Let me go through see if I can find the ones that weren't mentioned. So, Joker from Fire Force.
I don't even remember that character.
The
Is he
guy
season
with
2?
Purple. He's in both seasons.
Oh, yeah. That mysterious dude
Yes.
that just kind of.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
He becomes a lot less mysterious in season 2.
Okay, which I haven't seen. Yeah.
Akaza from Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah.
Another good
No,
one.
no, that's number 3, right? The red-haired guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He donut hold Sengoku. Yeah.
Meruem from Hunter x Hunter.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay.
Villain?
I considered Rimuru as a bad guy from
From Slide?
Yes.
No. I'm glad you didn't say that because
Oh.
I would have contested that for sure.
Well, and
And
that's part of why I didn't say it. I had him on my list, but have you seen the most recent season?
Is there a season 2 that came out for it?
Season 2, yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen season 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it all, but I've almost watched all of season 2.
In the perspective of the universe that he's in, he is absolutely a bad guy. Even though he does good things. And the second season,
I feel
Second season.
I
It goes into that more? Okay.
I feel like it's more of like an Einzelgoon kind of thing where it's like,
it's similar, yeah.
but he still accepts being a villain. Where Rimuru isn't like, yeah, I'm a bad guy, I'm a villain, right? He
But see,
also
that's what
liberates
makes
so
him
many
much
people.
Better. That's what makes him so much better as a villain. Is the best villains don't think they're villains.
Yeah, but he also like saves so many lives, and
True.
also
Does.
like creates peace treaties and fucking. I haven't watched all of season 2. Maybe there's more to it, but like he starts off just being like, "Oh, you're trapped here, dragon. I'll help you out." You know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I never really saw him.
The
as a
dragon,
villain.
by the way, that was like basically a global calamity that
Yeah.
almost destroyed the world.
He saves and releases. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen season 1, so like, based off of that, you know, that opinion for me is like Omega lol. But if season 2 pounds on it, then you know I'll give you that.
All right. Next is Askeladd from Vinland Saga.
My girlfriend and I just started that, so we're.
It's very good.
I know.
He's not.
I've heard.
I wouldn't say he's like a. He's less on the villain side than he is just kind of a dick. But like.
Yeah, like Shao Tucker.
He's,
Totally, yeah.
he's definitely a bad guy.
Chaz from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Shut up, but you shut up. Chaz is the hero of Duel Academy, okay? He saved Duel Academy from being bought and destroyed, okay? Don't you dare pull that shit on me. Chaz it up!
Anybody who has the phrase "jazz it up" is a villain.
Yeah. It's like in Cars. What is it? Cars 1 or 2, where the other guy's like, the
Kachiga.
Yeah. Kachiga. Like.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. He sucks.
Next is Cell from DBZ.
There we
Yep.
go. Oh, you already said. Oh no, I'm sorry. You said Merowyn. My bad.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say the same character twice.
Yeah.
Next is Tsukasa from Dr. Stone.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was gonna put him on my list too,
Uh,
but I forgot his name.
Unga Bunga man.
The Giga Chad.
And he's hot too.
Daddy? Sorry, Bailey Daddy?
Dude,
Oh
what's
my
up with
God.
anime villains being hot, man? It's not cool. It's not
Bro.
cool.
Oh my God, he's hot.
Nagato from Naruto.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then Garo from One Punch Man. Punch Man.
Ah, okay.
A villain though? I'm kidding. Yes, I know he's a villain, but also
No, he's
like
a good guy.
like he's just. I don't ever want to dislike him. He's one of those villains
He's
that I'm like,
just-
I love this guy.
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah, aren't all villains just misunderstood?
Yeah.
Griffith.
Yeah. Just like
Yeah, Griffith is
Like,
really
that's my hero.
misunderstood.
Super misunderstood, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? I haven't read Berserk, but I've heard plenty of things. Doesn't he? R-word Guts' love
Yes.
interest.
I know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Hmm?
All for the sake of his ambition, you know. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
the
there's
guy.
a lot of non-consenting actions that occur in Berserk.
Yeah.
And you know, the Griffith just happens to be at the helm of a lot of it when he becomes a demon. So
Yeah.
Well, I think like what was that anime Goblin Slayer that kind of tried to emulate the vibe of Berserk and couldn't come close. It really couldn't. I've seen a few episodes of the original anime because like it's on YouTube, I think, and just the first couple episodes are
Yeah. I mean, Goblin
Yeah,
Slayer, that's a great villain as well. Goblins are just doing their thing, right? And he's just a
And they're
racist
just-
that
they're
just
just-
wants
yeah,
to-
they're really just doing their thing.
they're doing their thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say real quick, I wanted to mention Gantz, but I didn't want to be like, yeah, you know, Germany from Gantz, right? Like, I wasn't gonna be like, they're the villain of the story, but because they're the ones that created the Gantz thing, I couldn't really tell you, oh, like, the villain of Gantz, right? There's just aliens, right, that they have to kill. Like, I wouldn't really be like, I don't know, the robotic one that looks like, I guess, he's inspired off of a real person in Japan. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to go there, but I wanted to be Gantz, the Gantz ball, made by Germans. So, all right, well, great episode, guys. Thank you for being here, and this was fun. I like doing these, like, fun, you know, off the beaten path kind of I don't know, content, if you will. So now we're gonna move into the top 5. No, I'm kidding.
No, you know, I forgot a villain, and I expounded on this in the beginning, but listen here, romantic comedy writers of anime. I'm sick and tired of people being so close to being in relationships and then just it not happening.
Yeah.
Like, I succumb to it every season of every show. You know, I'm a Kaguya-sama, like, fanboy, you know. Just be like Horimiya, okay?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
the thing.
Just get in the relationship,
Yeah.
alright? Also, if I hear another confession where it's like, I love you, and it's like, just kidding, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, jeez. I have some bad news for you. Orski, that is the entire plot. That's the
I know,
entire plot.
I've looked it up, like the synopsis of it, and I'm like, this is gonna be a lot of pain, but we're in it.
That's why it's a comedy, because, you know, the best comedy comes from pain. I'm right there with you, Matt. I mean, I have said it a bunch already, but I'll say it again. Bunny Girl Senpai, literally, that's all I wanted from the ending, and the villain of that show was the space in between their mouths. Like, they just needed a kiss, and they didn't do it.
I think, like, the big thing, like, one of the more popular animes like that, Right to Girlfriend, like, just fucking ask her out, dude. Alright? Like, she likes you, you like her, like...
Yeah.
Stop
Kiss.
Stop having NTR fantasies about, you know.
Oh, jeez. That's the plot? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested. I'll watch it, for sure. Kidding. Not a fan of NTR. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of here before I say more incriminating things. Alright. Thank you both for being here. Skylar, Matt, I appreciate having you both. I, again, really enjoy the off-traditional thing that we do. I would love to do another thing like this, you know, favorites or another draft of some sort, you know, drafting best green characters. I don't know, Piccolo and Cell and Meruem, you know, something. I'll come up with something exciting. And yeah. Anybody got plans for Halloween?
I have to work.
And cut.